everybody, and welcome to the Tennessee State Museum in Storytime with me, Miss Morgan. I can't believe it. It is our very first Storytime of 2021. You guys, 2020 just flew by, and I had so much fun reading with you guys last year. I can't wait to keep doing it this year. So our first book for the new year is going to be a classic. This is The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. And this is a story that I read when I was a kid. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have read this book. It's a pretty famous one. And I loved it because for a lot of people, January is when you get snow. So for my friends in Ohio, hi guys, I know you've already had lots of snow. I have a friend that lives in Colorado. They've already had snow. Here in Tennessee, in Nashville, we've had a dusting. That's usually what happens for us. We don't get a lot of snow, but they are saying it might actually snow this week, so fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. So before we get started, let's check our schedule. Oh, let's go sing our welcome song. Come on, guys. Are you guys ready to sing our good morning song? So before we get started, let's practice and warm up those talking hands. So remember, our signs are happy and good morning. So let's practice one more time. So happy, take your hands like you're fanning yourself, say happy. And good morning, take the fingers to your chin and say good morning. Great job. You guys are doing such a wonderful job. Good job. All right. So remember, we're going to sing it twice. So you ready? Good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Ready again? Say, good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Good, 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 good. Are you guys ready? It's now time for story time. Let's go. Great job, everybody. Pat on the back. You guys are doing so wonderful. All right, let's take off the welcome song. Perfect. Let's get started. Ezra Jack Keats, The Snowy Day. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. Wow. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Whoa. Look, what color is his snowsuit? Let me hear ya. Red. Good job, you guys. Can you say rojo? That's red in Spanish. It's one of my favorite words to say. You guys, look at all that snow. Do you remember how it said it was piled very high? Do you see how tall it is? That's even taller than him. I can't imagine that much snow. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointed out like this, and he walked with his toes pointing like this. See? He pointed them out, then he pointed them in. That's pretty fun. Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks. And he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. Look, straight lines. I wonder if his toes got cold. My toes would get very cold if doing that. It was a stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. Say, kerplop. I wonder what's going to happen. Up, down fell the snow, plop, on top of Peter's head. All right, let's see where Peter's going. Look, he's walking away. Let's see what he finds next. He thought it'd be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. Do you see they're throwing snowballs? Have you guys ever had a snowball fight? That is one of my favorite things to do. But never aim for the head. Always for the stomach or the limbs. Because if you don't want to hit anybody in the head, that wouldn't be very fun. Your nose might get cold if you get hit with a snowball. So he made a smiling snowman, and he made angels. Look at this snowman. Reminds me of the snowman from our story last month. Oh, snow angels are so much fun to make. He pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great, big, tall, heaping mountain of snow and then slid all the way down. Whoa, that looks like fun. I love to go sledding. That's one of my favorite things. He picked up a handful of snow and another and still another. He packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. I wonder what's going to happen to that snowball. Can you think? I want you guys to think, and we'll see what happens. He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. Sometimes it's really nice to have an adult help us take off our wet socks. I bet she's going to put those in the dryer. That's what I do. Warm socks from the dryer is one of my favorite things. And he thought and thought and thought about them. What's he doing, guys? He's taking a bubble bath. That's also fun. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. He felt very sad. Oh my goodness, you guys, can you see the snow? Right? Can you see the snow jacket right here? Can you tell there's a spot right there? It looks like it's wet. What do we think happened to the snowball? You're right, it melted. Good job. Way to use your noggins. While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up, his dream was gone, and the snow was still everywhere, and new snow was falling. After breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall. They went out together into the deep, deep snow. There they go. You see the two friends? I bet they're going to go on another snow adventure. The end. What a fun book. So I love the story day because, like I said, we don't get a lot of snow here in Tennessee. So it's kind of fun to read books where people get to have lots of fun in the snow. So our art for today is something really fun. Before we do that, let's check our schedule. We've read our story. So let's talk about art. So in our story, do you remember how Paul's snowball melted? Because if you bring snow into a warm house, it's going to melt the snow because snow needs it to be very, very cold for it to stay in that nice snowball form. So I thought what we would do is make our own snowflakes. And these snowflakes are not going to melt. So what you need is you'll need 7 paper lunch bags. So you could also have different colors and different sizes because they make these in all kinds of sizes and colors. But this is what I had at my house because I use these sometimes for my lunch bags. So you'll need 7 of these. You'll need some glue and some scissors. So what you're going to do is you're going to glue your paper bags together. See how these are all glued together? And then you're going to cut into your bags to make your snowflake shape. So I made a really simple one, but you can kind of do a really intricate design if you want to. It's your snowflake. You choose how you want to make it. So what we're going to do, see, it doesn't look like a snowflake, right? But ready? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! So you can glue right here, so it says, or what I like to do is put a paper clip. You can put a paper clip like this. And then if you want to, while your paper clip is there, you poke a hole right here, and then you can put a string and you can hang this up. And when you get done, you can untie the string, and then your snowflake you can take down and keep it because it's now flat, so you can kind of store it. So I think these are really fun because you can make a snowflake any way you want to, because you know what they say, no 2 snowflakes are the same. And so you can make your snowflake and have it look all kinds of ways. And that's awesome because now you have a snowflake that won't melt. And I just think that's so much fun. So you guys, here is your snowflake. I hope you have fun making them. I really enjoyed making mine. I was telling Miss Emily that I made some of these for my house for Christmas decorations, which was really fun. And now I can keep them up all winter because snowflakes last all winter. So let's check our schedule. You guys ready? It's time for our artifact. So our artifact is something really cool, and our friend Mr. Paul was wearing one. So here at the State Museum, if you guys look right here, This is our snow jacket and snow pants that belong to a child here in Tennessee. And you definitely need something warm like a snow jacket and snow pants when you go outside to play in the snow, because you don't want to get cold, because if you get cold, you have to go inside and you can't play anymore. It also, a lot of times, these pants and jackets will keep you from getting super wet, because snow is water that's just frozen, so you can get kind of wet, and that makes you cold and not feel great. So definitely put on your snow pants and snow jacket and your hats and gloves and scarves before you go out and play. And then our last artifact right here is a picture of Cades Cove by Haggins. Cades Cove is a beautiful place here in the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, up in East Tennessee, and it is covered in snow, and it's such a pretty picture. So what's really cool is we live in Middle Tennessee. That is where the State Museum is. But up in East Tennessee, that's where the mountains are. So they actually get a lot of snow, more than we do. And in fact, the coldest temperature was recorded in the Smoky Mountains. And so they usually get a lot more snow than we do. So they probably have seen snow like this up there. So we just love having really cool pictures like this that show different places here in Tennessee. Well, you guys, that is story time. I hope you've enjoyed our story today. I hope if you have snow, you can go play in it. But don't forget to ask your adult. Make sure you get bundled up and they know where you're going. And I hope you guys have fun. And guess what? We will see you next week at Storytime. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.